John, what the heck are these Alien and Sedition Acts? You plan on preventing immigrants from voting?
Well, yeah, we can't have those guys influence our government.
People have to live here for 14 years before they can vote?
I don't get it. What seems to be the problem here?
Wait, don't tell me you're thinking that we should let Irish people vote in our elections, do you?
They taken away me voting rights? It's magically undemocratic.
And you plan on imprisoning people for writing false, scandalous, and malicious things about the government? You say imprisoning, and I say isolated thinking time. See, this is why we needed a Bill of Rights. You are blatantly ignoring the First Amendment.
Well, the Sedition Act passed through Congress, so what you gonna do about it?
Why isn't the judicial branch reviewing this law? It clearly violates freedom of speech and freedom of the press.
They got so many other things to do. I'm so bored. Maybe one day they'll send a case to the Supreme Court.
Oh, so that's how it's gonna be. Okay, two can play this game. Hey, Kentucky.
TJ, my man, what's good, my guy?
So you know how the federal government came up with the Alien and Sedition Acts?
Yeah,
don't follow them. Just keep doing your own thing over there.
Wait, you can't encourage them to do that.
Why not? They have laws put in place, and they don't have to follow your instructions. You aren't even following your own instructions.
I still can't believe you're my vice president.
Oh, trust me, it's been such a blast watching you be president for the last 4 years. Luckily, 1800 is around the corner, and we won't have to share an office much longer.
Hello there and good evening, I am Johnny Jonerson. And I'm Jimmy Jimmerson, and welcome to Triple J News coverage of the 1800 election. It appears we have a rematch from last year. These two couldn't get enough of each other, so they thought, hey, why not again? We did have a substitution this year. It appears Charles Pickney has replaced Thomas Pickney as John Adams' running mate. I guess you could say he picked a winner. Am I right? And yet I'm the biggest loser, having to share a desk with you. What? We're gonna head to our reporter on the streets, Jerry Jerryson, who has been following the results for the last few hours. Jerry, what can you tell us about the election?
Well, guys, this presidential election is yet again too close to call.
Really? That comes as a surprise, considering many people disagreed with Adams' policies in office as of late.
I think you guys are misunderstanding me. What I'm trying to say...
Sorry, Jerry, we gotta cut you off. It is now official that Thomas Jefferson will be the third president of the United States. And you know, I think everyone saw this one coming. Well, Jimmy, it appears you jumped the gun on this one because Thomas Jefferson isn't the third president of the United States, because it's actually the dark horse candidate, Aaron Burr, Jefferson's running mate. Excuse my co-host here, ladies and gentlemen. He has the journalistic savvy of a bowl of gravy, and mine has the professionalism of a coffee stain. Let's head back to Jerry to see what he has to report. Jerry, can you explain to Johnny why he's such a dumb, stupid idiot? Follow-up question to that as well, Jerry. Can you elaborate more on why Jimmy here ate too much glue as a child?
Well, guys, when you cut me off here, I was actually about to report how Jefferson and Burr actually tied in their electoral votes. It's definitely history in the making.
So, Jerry, what you're telling us is that I was right because I reported that Jefferson is the third president of the United States, right?
What I'm telling you is that both men have an equal amount of votes, and therefore we don't know who the president is.
Thank you, Jerry, for verifying that Aaron Burr is in fact the third president of the United States.
I have not said anything like that. Again, it's a tie, and we don't know who the president is.
You know, Johnny, I could get used to a country with two presidents. You said it, Jimmy. You know what they say, two presidents are better than one.
Guys, if I may interject, our government already has a policy in place in case there is a tie.
Well, what do you know? I guess we won't have two presidents after all. Yeah, whoever said that was a good idea is an ignoramus nincompoop. Jerry, what is this mythological system regarding a tie? And does it involve some type of human or animal sacrifice? Because if so, I'm willing to volunteer my co-host as tribute. Well, Jimmy, it's actually a pretty standard procedure. If there's ever a tie between the candidates, or if no one receives a majority of the electoral votes, the decision goes to the House of Representatives. That way, the people's representatives elect who they believe to be the best candidate of those campaigning. Jerry, as always, we appreciate your willingness to explain the process to myself and this baboon in a suit sitting next to me. Well, Johnny, it appears that we still have no idea who the President of the United States is. That's right, Jimmy, it appears we have managed to get some video of Jefferson reacting to the news. Let's take a look at it now.
You know, we ran a great campaign, and rest assured that the Democratic Republicans will be in charge of the presidency, but I think we can all agree that, Burr needs to stay in his lane and be a good vice president. So, Aaron, if you're watching this, I swear, if you ruin this for me, I am going to.
It appears that Mr. Jefferson is a little frustrated with the results, to say the least. Well, Jimmy, it appears that we might have an answer to this election drama. Jerry, you have some news for us. Yeah, in an unprecedented turn of events, the House of Representatives has confirmed Thomas Jefferson as the third president of the United States. Well, there you have it, folks. The breaking news coming of this election was that my colleague, Johnny Johnnerson, is a confirmed chowderhead and lame brain. Oh, and I guess Jefferson is the third president of the United States. Jerry, I have to ask this question, but why did Congress choose Jefferson instead of Burr? That's a great question. It turns out that Hamilton, of all people, convinced Federalist members of Congress to vote for Jefferson. Jerry, I think we misheard you there. You said Alexander Hamilton, the guy who created the Federalist Party in opposition to Thomas Jefferson's Democratic Republicans, helped Jefferson get elected? No, you heard me correctly. Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton, advocated for Jefferson to become president and Burr to serve as vice president. Any reason why Hamilton supported his political rival? Actually, here comes Mr. Hamilton right now. Mr. Hamilton, can you explain to us your sudden support for Thomas Jefferson as president of the United States?
Mr. Jefferson and I don't see eye to eye on really any political topics. Frankly, I don't have any reason to support him. However, that should tell you how I feel about Burr if I'm supporting Jefferson.
So, what are you saying about Aaron Burr then?
I'm saying Burr wants to be president for himself, not for the good of the country, and a man like that should not be in charge. I can at least tolerate Jefferson because at least he has principles, even if I don't agree with them.
Wow, Jimmy, get out the aloe for those third-degree burns Hamilton just gave Aaron Burr. You said it, Johnny. Although Hamilton may have lost some favor with Federalists over the years due to his criticisms of John Adams as a president, he's definitely the founding member of the Aaron Burr Sucks fan club. What another exciting yet confusing day in American history. Wait, we are getting one final piece of breaking news. It appears that Congress has passed the 12th Amendment. That's right, the 12th Amendment looks to solve some of the issues we encountered with the last two elections. It appears that states will cast their electoral votes for each presidential candidate and their electoral votes for each vice presidential candidate. The amendment seeks to correct the chaos the elections of 1796 and 1800 have created in the country. Frankly, Jimmy, I think this is a great idea. But not as great as my square wheel idea, right, Johnny? You're truly the square peg in the round hole, aren't you? Well, wouldn't you know, you blockhead? Coming up next on Triple J News, is firing a pistol straight into the air the best idea when dueling someone? Hamilton thinks yes and Burr agrees. If you're trying to get yourself killed, we'll spill the tea on Hamilton and Burr's upcoming duel next.